Hello, I'm here to help you dig a little deeper into your student's account to see what they're really not understanding and why. So what you're going to see in this video is we're going to notice that each lesson has 5 sections: getting ready, learn, practice, review, and assessment. If you notice your student failed, and they made, for this example, a 33%. We want to know, did they go through the lesson and did they not understand the material, or did they just not go through the lesson and they need to go back and actually go through the lesson step by step? So that's what this video is for, is to help you as a learning coach decipher between not understanding or maybe they just didn't do the lesson. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go under classes and you're going to select any one of your classes. Then for this example again, this is 1.01. We noticed they struggled in 1.01 and they failed it, okay, with a 33. So we're going to go into our course, or let's go into math, and once the page loads, we are going to go under class content and we're going to select on the unit. It was 1.01, so we're going to select on unit 1, number properties. Then the page is going to open up and we're immediately going to see the lessons over here on the left hand side. And again, we see 1.01 here, and it is broken up into our 5 pieces. Okay, the getting ready portion has 3 pieces to it. The learn portion has 5, practice 4, review 1, and then the assessment. So if you want to just go to the assessment immediately, let's look at what this tells us. When we go into this assessment, we see their score, and we see that they haven't reviewed or they haven't retaken it yet. Okay, and it tells them they have one more attempt. If that's not there, that means they've used their second attempt, and you would have to go through the content teacher in order to get a third attempt if they would have made a 33 on that second attempt. But right here we see that there's still time to review and retake this. So let's look a little more into why this student probably failed. So again, this is over here on the right hand side, and under getting ready, if you select getting ready, you're going to see a drop down and it shows you they did 0 of the 3 getting ready lessons. If you click on learn on this particular one, we see they did 0 of the 5. So they didn't go through the 5 like slides, I guess you could say, to help them learn the material, and they didn't go through any of the practice. So right there is a good indication of why this student failed, is they didn't actually do the lesson. So that would be a conversation you could have with your student. Another thing you can look at here is from that home page, if you go under progress, if you click on progress, and on the left hand side you click on content or requirement right here, and it has all of the lessons listed that they are required to do. And you're going to be looking for these little drop downs right here. Okay, and as you open these little drop downs, it's going to take you further and further down, and eventually you're going to see the student probably failed this one because they only spent 2 minutes and 1 second on that. So you're going to, again, you're looking for these little drop down icons. So I went under progress, I selected the content, and then right here it wasn't open, so I had to select this little icon there to open it. And once it opened, I was able to see the unit 1, unit 2, and they each have a drop down. So I'm going to dig a little deeper. So I am going to click on, for this second example, I'm going to click on 2.01 simplifying fractions. And it tells me how many were completed there, and it tells me their grade. But if I go here, this is another example, 2.03. There's a drop down on this one. Okay, so I'm going to go to this drop down right there. And when I open that drop down of the 2.03, this pops up. You see, does this look familiar? The get ready, the learn, the practice, the lesson, the assessment. It opens up to all of these options. Now under practice, I can dig a little deeper. So under my practice, it showed me they had 3 areas they could have practiced. They spent 34 seconds on this one, 27 seconds on this one, 41 seconds on this one. And as you see, the time shows you exactly. They just went bam, bam, bam. They didn't actually practice. So again, they weren't taking notes. They weren't actually learning the material. So that is why this student made a 20. So when we tell a student, if you make a low grade, please go back through your lesson, review, take notes, use those notes, and retake it, and you'll be successful. So if your student says, I did do that, well, now you have the opportunity to dig a little deeper into their lesson to figure out what really happened or what they didn't understand. All right, I hope this video was very beneficial to you. Let us know if you have any questions.